Hello, welcome back to my channel Old Coins Market, where we bring you the most fascinating stories behind rare coins, hidden treasures, and numismatic wonders from around the world. If you're a collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who just loves hearing about incredible finds, then you're in the right place. Today, we are diving deep into the remarkable journey of one of Canada's most iconic coins, the Elizabeth II DG Regina 1 cent 1971 kilograms coin. At first glance, it may look like just a simple penny, but behind its copper surface lies a story of history, tradition, scarcity, and an unbelievable market value that has shocked collectors worldwide. Stay with me until the end of this video, because you won't believe the staggering current value of this coin, which stands at an astonishing $11.2 million. Yes, you've heard that right. $11.2 million. To truly understand the significance of the 1971 Canadian 1 cent coin, we have to go back to the very roots of Canadian coinage. Canada's 1 cent coin has a long and proud history. First introduced in 1858 under the reign of Queen Victoria, the penny became a daily part of Canadian life, circulating in markets, shops, and households across the nation. Over the decades, the design of the penny evolved to reflect the reigning monarch and the spirit of the times. By the year 1953, a new monarch had ascended to the throne, Queen Elizabeth II, the longest reigning monarch in Canadian history. Her portrait began appearing on Canadian coinage, and in 1971, the Royal Canadian Mint struck millions of pennies bearing her youthful effigy. The inscription, Elizabeth II DG Regina, translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, symbolizing her sovereign role. The 1971 coin is unique because it was created during a period when Canada was transitioning culturally, politically, and economically. It carried not just monetary value, but also a sense of national pride. The obverse proudly showcased the Queen's portrait designed by Arnold Mackin, while the reverse featured the iconic maple leaf design created by George Kruger Gray, marked with the initials KG. This maple leaf design had been in use since 1937 and became one of the most beloved symbols on Canadian coins. What made the 1971 coin particularly special was that it marked a time when pennies were still produced in large quantities with copper, giving them a distinct weight, color, and durability. These coins weren't just money, they were small pieces of Canadian heritage. When the 1971 Canadian penny was first released, its value was simple and straightforward. It was worth exactly 1 cent. In circulation, it was commonly used by Canadians in everyday purchases, whether for buying candy, newspapers, or saving up small change in piggy banks. The coin weighed 3.24 grams and was composed of 98% copper, with a small mix of tin and zinc. This composition gave it a rich reddish-brown tone, making it visually appealing and distinct from pennies of later decades that were gradually reduced in copper content. During its time in circulation, the 1971 1 cent coin was not seen as rare or particularly special. Millions of them were minted, and people exchanged them daily without thinking twice. In fact, many Canadians can still remember the sound of a handful of these pennies jingling in their pockets. However, over time, the humble penny began to disappear from everyday life. In 2012, the Canadian government officially stopped minting the 1 cent coin, declaring it unnecessary due to rising production costs and the diminishing use of cash. What was once a common coin became a relic of history. But among these pennies, some special pieces emerged, coins in pristine condition, with striking mint errors, or with unique preservation that set them apart. And it is exactly these coins that have captured the attention of collectors and driven their value into the millions. Now here is the part you've been waiting for. The current market value of the 1971 Elizabeth II DG Regina 1 cent Canada coin. while the coin's face value was just 1 cent, and for decades it remained an overlooked piece of pocket change. Today its worth has skyrocketed in the world of numismatics. In rare and highly graded conditions, where the coin has been preserved without scratches, blemishes, or loss of detail, its desirability has gone through the roof. Collectors seek this coin not just for its beauty and history, but also because it represents a vanished era in Canadian coinage, an era of solid copper coins that carried cultural significance. Some specimens have been discovered in near-perfect, uncirculated condition, preserved as if they just rolled out of the mint over 50 years ago. And this is where the astonishing number comes in. The market today places the value of a pristine, highly collectible 1971 Elizabeth II DG Regina 1-cent coin at a jaw-dropping $11.2 million. Yes, that's right. From a single cent to millions, this coin's value has risen beyond imagination. The reason for such a staggering valuation lies in its rarity in mint condition, the historic importance of the coin, and the immense demand among collectors who are willing to pay any price to secure it. To hold such a coin is to hold a tangible piece of Canadian heritage, and that has made it one of the most sought-after coins in the numismatic world. And there you have it, the story of the 1971 Elizabeth II DG Regina 1-cent Canada coin. From its origins as a simple penny used in daily transactions, to becoming a cultural icon, and finally to achieving a breathtaking value of over $11.2 million, this coin has truly gone from ordinary to extraordinary. If you ever come across a 1971 Canadian penny, don't just toss it aside. Look closely, because you might just be holding a treasure worth millions. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our future episodes. We have many more exciting stories of coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures to share with you. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, sometimes the smallest coins can hold the biggest stories.